Well, hello everybody, it's Richard here, and this afternoon I'm going to be talking about, no, not the Good Soul PG, but the Columbia Glorfonia 118, which is being refurbished. So let me just move round. This is Bittersweet by Noel Coward and the Sadler's Wells Theatre Company, and here, this is the Columbia 5A motor. Let me just turn off my friends here. There we go. And we'll come back to Bittersweet shortly. Now, just to give you another update, I suppose this must be part 4, I think, because 3 and 3 I had to break 3 into 3A because it suddenly the video stopped working. Don't ask me why. Everything's back together, and I think you can just, if I move the camera around here, yes, just see, there's the spring box. Let me just get my pointer. There's the spring box. This has been completely cleaned out and also re-greased. Now, just an update for those people who are very concerned that the ball bearing from the main spindle here was, I'd lost it in the tray and along with the blanks. That's actually all right now. You can see that that will go in the bottom there into this recess under here. That's where that ball bearing fits from the spindle here, and that plays directly onto the governor here, and also the other cogs are part of the engine itself. Now, I've given it a grease, done a test to make sure it is working first of all, running, because if that ball bearing was missing and the blanks that fit into the bottom of that recess here, which is full of grease now, nothing would move. So, and I think I've come unstuck with that before, actually washed them down the drain, I expect. I've cleaned all of this up now, and you can see there's a postman's elastic band here that's holding the governor stop, and this is literally the first full wind I've given this motor. So I'm going to release the brake, as it were, and then we'll see what it's like and how quiet it is. Let me just do that now. There we go. You might be able to see that there. That's going full pelt now. Sounds quite quiet, actually. There's no knocking sounds or anything. Sometimes these motors tend to have, they need to bed in, really. So this is what this one's doing. Need to bed in. Because don't forget, I've cleaned all the muck out from those cogs, so it's really working well now. It's quite a good strong pull on there. Don't forget that the turntable would go on the top of that, and then of course the tone arm, the weight of the tone arm would have to, when it's revolving. So single spring box, so it's got about 4 minutes maybe, if that. Have this life of a 12-inch. So I'm really pleased with it, actually, because it's cleaned up really well, and you can see it's doing okay. It's a nice even amount there. You can bring the governor down a bit, slow it up a bit. No sudden stops. That's full stop, that's full on. And there's a restrictor, because those centrifugal balls that are on the side of the governor there, they'll only go so far, because if it went too far it would start to foul the motor chassis itself. So it's important that that's in place. There's a little bit of grease on the felt pad there. There's a little felt pad runs against the end of the governor. You can just see it running now as it goes in. It has to go in to allow the speed to be adjusted as you wind down the screw. And this is the, let me just show you, this is the speed adjuster. So this sits here, so as you wind it down it would then slow the motor up. That's how it operates, for those of you who are not familiar with that. And obviously I have to reset it up when I put it back. So it's doing alright. I'm really pleased about that. It's going hell for leather here. That's good. Now the other thing I've got to do is I've taken the if I bring you round over here you can see this is the horn. This is the double reflex horn. So this lengthens. This will lengthen the time, the amount of lengthen is what I would say really, lengthen the horn, so it doesn't go straight from the sound box straight out here. It's made of steel. It actually has to double back on itself and then split. There's a splitter here, so you get double the amount of sound, and obviously that increases your tone as well. So by lengthening the length of the horn, the bigger the horn, the lower the tone. The shorter the horn, the higher the pitch. That's how it operates, and of course that then comes out the front under the louvers here when they're opened. There we go, like that. So this screw here is the only one that I've found that fitted to the soundbox board. The soundbox board is here, and I've got to do some filling. Still going, by the way, still moving around. I've got to do some filling here, because this is where all the old stuff was fitted on. That electric arm, that's the original tone arm. I don't know what that was for, I really don't. And these are the two holes, and then I've got to put a bit of a plinth under here. There's a bit of a, here it says registered in all correspondence regarding this instrument, please refer to registered number 7728. I'm not sure what that means, it's a manufacturing number. So and then that's the adjustment for the lid there. So I've got to do a bit of that, and what I'm going to do on the motor board, I'm going to probably rub this down and re-varnish it because it's looking a bit. So I'll keep the 118 bit there because that's important in gold, but I'll need to rub that down a bit and give it a fresh coat just to see how it gets on. But it's looking good. So, and just slowing there to a, it's still going actually, isn't it? Yeah, it's still going. That's good. That's good. Yeah. A little bit of a noise now, but it's probably, yeah, probably if that was, it's still got a bit of strength in there. Probably it would probably coming down to the end of its wind. What I normally have to watch out for is all the grease squeezing out through the grease box. Doesn't seem to have done that actually. There was more grease, old sort of what I call putty type grease, on the outside of this grease box than there was actually in it when I took it out. There wasn't much washing out to do. I left it to soak for a few hours, and yeah, so I'll give it a final, just a final oil just to make sure everything's running and there's no surfaces getting hot on each other and wearing. And then oh, there, she's stopped now. So there we go. Anyway, that's the latest update for part 4 of the 118 Columbia Glorphonia, and I'll speak to you all very soon.